Hello, Colin McLean here. Now, how many of you have experienced this where you've got a problem or a challenge and it keeps coming up, it's rearing its ugly head, you get more stress, you focus on the challenge, you're focusing, you're using your blood, sweat, and tears and your soul trying to conquer this challenge, but what happens? It either stays the same or gets bigger and uglier. We've all experienced that at some point of time in our lives, or maybe you're experiencing that right now. And I'm here to tell you that it is possible to find those answers in those stressful times. And here's what I do. You're looking at it right here. I do model houses when I'm trying to find a solution. Now, the reason why I do model houses, it's a state of calm. And you have to have a state of calm and a rational mind to find solutions. But when you are agitated, emotional, when you're frustrated, there's something that blocks you from letting things happen and materialize naturally in finding a solution. So this is my most recent creation. I created ones earlier, and I think I've shared with you about the large one that started it all with a challenging group I had to deal with of men. But long story short, here is the one I created. It's more of a futuristic approach where it's a retro diner from the 50s that's been converted into a family home. Back in the 50s, there was a lot of sci-fi and space and Mars and fears of Martian. And this diner, it's called the Astro Diner, was based on that, was their branding. And what many years later, in the distant future, where hopefully life and the world becomes more of a utopian society, this family moves into this house, this diner, renovates it, and makes their own. So let me just take you through a quick run through of what I've created here. Now, on this side here is the actual, the rec center, top lounge roof party center, where this observatory is right here. There's actually a ladder that goes down to the main level, and they can come up and exit, and there's a launch pad for their flying vehicle, which is, I guess, a minivan. And next I have a fire pit. There's actually logs there, seating area with greenery around it, because I believe greenery is really important to have when you're living in a place. I feel that it's a state of calm. I even did a barbecue, a bar fridge, and even did a partition to fence off the areas of the solar panel and the other stuff, the mechanisms which make the house, the power of the house. And then let me take you now to the front entrance. Front entrance is still holding the original sign for the Astro Diner. It was done in the 1957, I think. I created that. And then the two vehicles there are supposed to be electrical charge, clean tech, energy vehicles. The race cars, the hovercraft, and the hot rod has been converted. So everything's clean and making things, I guess, nice and beautiful. Now, when we come into the house, we see that there's the family rec room. And there I have the Good Times. I used to like watching that show, Good Times, on the flat screen TV. There's a couch. I even have some records. There's a video game in the side there. And moving on, there's like a water tank you'll see next to the kitchen. There's also the kitchen there. And everything is to the scale of this man here, which is 1.25 inches in height. Okay, even did the master bedroom is the next thing, and there's pictures there. There's actual closets for the clothes, and moving on, there's also an office as well, and a washer and dryer. Moving back, there is a bathroom. There is actually a toilet in the bathroom, and a sink and a mirror and a shower. And then moving further back, beside that is their daughter's room. Now, it's pretty creative, and I just had to let my mind go and wander because when you're looking for a solution, you cannot use the same mind which created the problem to find the solution. So I use a state of play, and I find that when I'm able to focus and I'm like cutting the wood with a hacksaw or X-Acto knife, I'm painting the tiles, even putting hardwood floors, as you could see there. It gets you to a state of calm where you too can actually start channeling answers that you never thought possible before when you have a relaxed mind. So I encourage you, have a relaxed mind, play, be imaginative, find the solution, allow it to come to you, and don't stress. Well, I hope this inspires you to play more, and all I can really say is keep moving forward and looking upwards. And to quote my late mother, yes, you can, and I know you can. Keep using your imagination to find solutions. Take care.